No. Saudi Arabia. Video circulating the internet of bodies of water turning to blood and that the end times are here. Some reacted that it is God pouring His wrath into the world. Others says that it just dyed water and coloring. Some worry that it is a wake-up call from God following the locust invasion last April 2023. During the Ramadan rains, the Grand Mosque was besieged by a massive swarm of locusts. What could this plague of biblical proportions mean? Russia. A Siberian river has mysteriously turned blood red.
Talk of a river of blood, and that's actually what it looks like, which is kind of spooky.
There's some colorful folklore from this area among Siberian nomads that you cross a river of blood to enter into the afterlife, to go into the underworld.
Satellite imagery does suggest that this river is surrounded by death. Within miles of its banks, there are little or no signs of life.
It's just a death zone. No plants or animals. What is killing all this stuff?
Russian authorities are trying to determine the cause of the ominous change of the Daldikan River, located above the Arctic Circle and flowing through the mining town of Norilsk. Why are all the rivers turning red one by one? Okinawa, Japan. Independent.co.uk says, Japanese river turns blood red, alarming residents. Local residents took to social media and described the flowing red water as gruesome and venomous. The dramatic change in color has brought fear of the end times. There was an explanation behind this from BBC, but yet they were convinced that it gave them the chills that God is showing us a glimpse of end time and apocalypse. Turkey. Israel365news.com. Deadly earthquake in Turkey turns rivers blood red. Earthquake in Turkey produced an unexpected replay of the first plague in Egypt as a river began flowing deep red. So far, there is no answer that explains the cause of the blood that comes from the ground. Not even government entity can explain that event in Turkey. China, Wenzhou. WashingtonPost.com says, locals in the Chinese city of Wenzhou woke up puzzled to find that the river was blood red. A few people that were up and about at 5 a.m. said that everything was normal. Within the space of a few minutes, the water started turning darker and eventually was completely red. Wenzhou is a center for commerce on China's eastern coast. It is also a center of Christian faith in China and is often referred to as China's Jerusalem. After the river water turned red, some residents posted on social media that the crimson waters were a sign of Armageddon.
The other night, folks smelled something strange, and then the Wenzhou River turned red, blood red, and nobody knows why.
Indiana.
Now, yeah, don't adjust your screen there. The river you see there really has turned red in northern Indiana.
In Revelations, let the waters turn red, and that's the end of time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Reminds me of the Ten Commandments. There.
A little bit, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Why do we see such prophetic imagery again and again? Is God conveying a message to us? Is God showing us a wake-up call? Revelation 14 verse 10. The same shall drink of the wine of the wrath of God, which is poured out without mixture. What does this mean? Poured out without mixture. Drinking wine from the Lord's cup